Hey family, how's it going? This is Gerald with houseflippingguy.com, and one of the things I'm going to talk about today is the short sale process. So a lot of you out there have heard that you can go ahead and get some great deals with short sales, and you can, but you have to understand one of the biggest things you have to have with short sales is patience. And so what a short sale is this: it's an owner typically that has fallen into a hardship and can't afford the monthly mortgage payment anymore. Owner has reached out to a local real estate agent, and that agent assists that owner in putting together a short sale package. What is a short sale package? Well, it's a hardship letter. They have to submit their financials, other documentation. What is the property's condition, etc., etc. And they take this package and they submit this package to the lender that has the mortgage. Once the lender goes ahead and gets all of this information, the lender then reaches out to a local licensed real estate agent who has been trained in the area of being a BPO agent. So what is a BPO agent? A BPO agent stands for broker price opinion. These are licensed real estate agents that go out to property to value or get a determination or an estimation of value of that particular property. And so what this agent does is, prior to them going out, obviously they've had to have some type of BPO training. But when this agent goes ahead and goes out, they go ahead and they get pictures of the property. And if it's an interior BPO, they go inside the property, pictures, they take notes, etc., etc. And then what they do is they find local comps, local comparable sales of the property. They take all this information and they input it into a form, and then they go ahead and send it to the lender, to the bank. That bank takes whatever amount of time that they take. Depends on the bank, depends on who it is. I remember I used to work with a company called Clear Capital. I used to work with, it was Bank of America. I used to work with CoreLogic back in the days. As many of you understand that, or many of you probably have heard of that, but used to work with several companies. They used to go ahead and do these BPOs. And so once the bank goes ahead and gets the BPO information along with the short sale package information, the bank then makes a determination of value. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, a property is valued at $200,000 and it has a loan on it of $200,000. For whatever reason, the owner is struggling, just can't, they just can't keep up with payments. So if they don't do a short sale, then they're going to end up losing the property to foreclosure. So once the bank goes ahead and comes back and says, hey, yeah, we see that the property is valued at 200, loan amount is at 200. We see what's going on in the area, we get a determination, etc., etc. Okay, we're going to go ahead and drop price to, let's say they drop price 169. Let's say they drop it to 159. So what the bank does is, they're not going to say they're going to go ahead and drop it. What they're going to do is go ahead and issue something called a short sale approval letter. Now, most agents that are dealing in the aspect of short sales, they understand that this is where you want to be. This is the phase of the process where you want to be at. You want to be able to obtain a short sale approval letter. This short sale approval letter typically lasts for, in California, it was like for 60 days. Now, states are different, processes are different. I haven't dealt with short sales specifically in the state of Georgia, but your area may be a little different. So there is a time frame that the bank is going to give you to say, hey, look, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll sell this property short for this 60-day period of time. If you are a licensed agent and you're dealing with a specific short sale on a specific property, this is what you want. You've done all this work to get to this point. You've done all this work to close, but you've done all this work to get to this point, to get that short sale approval letter. That's go time. Okay. So that in itself is the process of a short sale. One of the things that you're going to run into as a real estate investor in dealing with short sales is many of the short sales that are out there across the United States are in some phase of the short sale process. It's either the owner getting their short sale package together. It's either the licensed agent who goes out there to go ahead and do a BPO on the property. Now, understand this. It used to happen back in the days, but a lot of lenders, I guess they either call and they stopped doing it or whatever it was. If you are an agent representing the listing on the property, in other words, if you're the agent, you're representing the seller, the bank is not going to appoint you to go ahead and give a valuation and determination of the property. In other words, if you're the listing agent, you are not the BPO agent. Back in the days, listing agent can go ahead and cook numbers up if they were also the BPO agent and say, yeah, you know, this $200,000 property, yeah, I would say this property is probably worth all of about $100,000. It's a lot of agents that will go ahead and do those deceptive type things. Why? Money. Think about it. You know, if you were also the listing agent as well as the BPO agent, you did well back in the days, but it's the wrong way to do business. But so yeah, that essentially is a short sale. Now I'm going to give you all a little nugget, little tip. Many of you all who are real estate investors, this is kind of a way to go ahead and speed up the process a little bit. It's a little nugget for a lot of you. Is if you're doing virtual wholesaling or you're doing investing in different parts of the country, United States or whatever it is, if you want to really cut to the chase, you want to contact listing agents who have short sales listed up under them, who you want to ask them this question: do you already have the short sale approval letter? Because all those weeks and months waiting for this short sale to get approved is to get to that point, is to get that short sale approval letter. Once you get that short sale approval letter, it's go time. The bank says, hey, look, we need to close quickly. I'm going to give you 60 days to go ahead and close this deal at this price. Let's go. So, yeah, the owner of the property or the seller of the property does not determine the price itself of the property. Typically, the individual or the entity that determines the price of the property is the bank or the lender, because essentially they're taking a loss on the property itself. And to be honest with you guys, you know, foreclosure can be very expensive. And so depending on where that particular lender is at, I don't, you know, in terms of taking back properties or what have you, will determine what price they go ahead and drop that property at. So if you have a particular lender who has taken back a lot of property, let's say, for instance, it's a small private lender or a small private bank who has taken back a ton of properties, they're going to be more motivated to go ahead and drop price. The banks don't want the property. They want the loans against the property. Let me say that again. The banks are not in the real estate business. They are in the loan business. They want a return on investment, period. That's what they want. And I saw a lot of things being a BPO agent for like 3 or 4 years that I really couldn't speak on until I went through that process. There were times where I was processing 15, 20 BPOs a day, making $700, $800, $1,000 a day just doing BPO. Some BPOs paid $50, some of them paid $75, $100, whatever it was. And many of you that are former BPO agents know exactly what I'm talking about if you worked in California, Southern California. So anyways, guys, that's just a little bit of a peek of the short sale process. So you all, chances are you're going to have questions. Leave them in the description. Let me know if you found value in the video. Please click the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Share it with family and friends. Guys, in the description, I have a copy of my pre-foreclosure investing ebook. It's also going to be in the description. Think about joining the House Flipping Family Facebook group, guys. And over 10,000 strong now. I can go ahead and say that. Anyways, I hope I give you all some insight on foreclosures and dealing with foreclosures. And as you all have questions, I'll do my best to answer them, and I'll send you the resources that you all can go deeper in short sale investing and the short sale process, guys. This is Gerald. Y'all have a good day.